In between. But if I can't have that, then I will be the leader of a dog in the band.
But there's a devil on my shoulder where the angels used to be, and he's calling me the queen of me.
Testing.
1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Mwahahaha.
Can you just not laugh?
Not just like on like that, no. The only thing I'm good at pretending to be is okay. On that note, I love.
Alright, but
It's a wicked day. The pathetic fallacy did not come in clutch today. Like, I was thinking, like, it always rains, let's do a villain episode. And it's sunshine and rainbows.
it's so hot that the cameras
Actually been stopping. So we need to keep a year out at the minute for it turning itself off.
Yeah, because it's that hot, things are overheating.
But yeah, so we decided we would do something a little bit different today. Welcome back to the MBU. If you haven't been here before, me and Lewis are just two besties with too much to fucking say, and thought we would share our opinions with everyone, even though nobody cares. So
Basically.
that is what we're doing and why we're here. Today we thought we would do something a bit different because we're trying to like experiment with different things and see what kind of style we like. And I just thought, fuck it, let's do like a villain episode where we like have like a certain theme for the whole episode and we just like play fuck with it, basically.
Yeah. Originally, it was just a segment we were going to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Origin stories that we were going to
write about each other, which is to come, which is going to be
Yeah.
so fun. I'm so proud of mine. The one I originally wrote is like 1,000 words. It was the easiest 1,000 words I've ever written in my life. Having to cut it down to 600 words generally pained my soul.
600. Now, I told her nothing more than 500 words. The
That was
evil
a
in
very
her.
villain stare of you. But I'm not just dressed like this on a casual. I would be dressed like this on a casual Saturday. However, before we do get into all the villainous vibes, we do need to crack on with our little catch up.
Yeah. So, whenever you're watching this, the last episode that we put up, we changed this segment to Bestie
News Network or something.
Something like that. We didn't like it.
Sick on the mouth. We hated it.
Sick on the mouth.
Like, upon re-listening to it and stuff, we were like, yeah, no, gross. It's just not us. I don't even watch the news, do you?
No.
Like, it's just not us at
No.
all.
So we swiftly moved away from that.
We did.
And we've rebranded, renamed this little segment.
So we have a little catch-ups.
So where we have our little catch-ups, we've now changed the name to
Voice note vibes. Hello?
Hello? This is Voice Note Vibes coming at you.
Hot and heavy.
Hot and dangerous.
If you wanna butt some roll of us, because we make the people fall in love.
Yeah.
Tell me about your life.
Okay, babes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sum it up really quick.
Okay. Quick fire.
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I've been off work because of Easter, so I've had no job. My brother is having his bedroom done, so I went up to my parents to help do that. Fill in some time.
Per.
On the weekends, I've been going out and I've been getting drunk. Not ideal at all.
Not the vibes you want.
Not the vibes.
Someone got on the stage, didn't he?
I did.
Yeah.
I went clubbing in Pembrokeshire with my mates and got very drunk, blackout, 2 bottles of Grey Goose in VIP, and I was on the stage in front of the DJ, in front of the crowd, behind the DJ, in front of the crowd, whatever.
Odds on you put that video on TikTok.
No.
1 to 5.
Okay.
1
2 3 2. No!
Put that on TikTok for that video.
Okay, well, basically, stage is behind me, crowd is in front of me, and I'm like, to the crowd, and then to the stage, and there's like one guy in the crowd. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then security and the DJ kicked me out. But I managed to get back in. Anyway.
You could put the least embarrassing bit of the video on TikTok.
Yeah. So embarrassing. But yeah, so I did that, and then I didn't wake up with that bit of hangover, but had a quick realization 75 hard needs to come back into play.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing 75 hard again, just changing it a little bit. I'm not going to read every day. I'm not going to make sure that I do 2 exercises a day, but I'm just going to keep on top of like the health and the fitness
And the steps
and
and
the
all
steps. Yeah, I'm trying this new thing
that.
where
I'm sorry. I have to just say what I've just seen. That guy is pulling kayaks on wheels using an electric scooter. It doesn't get more aberrated than that. Continue.
the reason I'm implementing 75 hard back into my life is so that I have an excuse to not drink alcohol.
Okay.
So when someone says, "Oh my god, let's go drinking," I say, "Yeah, but I'm doing 75 hard, so I can't drink."
Fair.
Yeah. Something else that I've done is I've been to the cinema
Yes.
to watch the Minecraft movie.
Fun.
Yeah. I took my brothers and my baby cousin, and they loved it. But what they did say on the screen was, "We encourage you to scream, shout, and shout chicken jockey." So, when any given moment for the children to shout and scream, they did. It was chaos.
That sounds like my idea of how.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the last 2 weeks of my life.
Well, I can sum up my life really quite quickly, to be honest. The most exciting thing I've done in the last 2 weeks is go to the arcade with my mum and have a chippy, because all I've literally done over Easter holidays, or at least since we last spoke, was revise and do uni work. And even then, I didn't really do much of that. I slept a lot, to be honest.
Oh,
I
okay.
slept a lot. I was in a bit of a depression pit, but we won't go into that either. And yeah, that's basically all I've done. I think I reached burnout basically, and I just needed to do like a lot of sleeping. And I was literally sleeping for like 13 hours a day. Like, it was insane. So sleep, uni work, work, nothing else. That has been my 2 weeks. However, in that time, I have read another 2 books. I finished Hunting Adeline. Obviously, he found her. Lots of dark and fucked up sex going on.
Yeah, I have heard a little bit too much, I think.
Lots of me just reading stuff, being like, that should be me. Just living my best. Like, oh no, Lewis. Do you know what I would do to have some of the stuff? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If someone said to you, if your man said to you, "I'm gonna put my hand on this knife, and I want
Are you really going to ask me this question?
Fuck yourself with it and watch my hand bleed."
I would nut at the request. If he came to me with the knife in his hand and was like, "Fuck yourself with this," and then obviously because his hand started bleeding because her grip on the knife itself ended up being so tight that it was cutting his hand open, and then like
I would be like, "Ow, ow, ow, ow."
Yeah, no, I think I would like pass away at the request. Never mind like the actual act of it. Wow, beautiful.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so yeah, that was really good. I like with Hunting Adeline, like I will say anybody who is thinking of reading it, like the series is really good anyway.
Don't.
The second book is a lot darker than the first one. And like when I say like I've cried for books before. When I read the Empyrean series, when spoiler alert, when Liam died, I cried. When Lilith died, I cried. When Quinn died, I cried. I felt numb at the end when Xaden was like, what's called, "It's yours now," and left her and all of this, "Don't look for me," and all this. I cried at those moments. I cried with Adeline in this. Like, I didn't cry because of what was happening. Like, it was her like describing her emotions and how like just how hopeless she felt sometimes. And, oh, my heart was aching. I didn't really like the style of writing kind of like throughout, but I thought the way that kind of plot fitted was really, really good. So yeah, that's me. That's my catch up. That was a really good quick fire catch up of us.
That was a really quick fire catch up. Also, something else that I need to fill you up on.
Fill you in on.
Fill
me
you
up,
You want to be filled up? Something else I need to fill you in on is in a couple of weeks I'm going to be running the 5K. I know it's not like, but it's a muddy run.
Fun. Well, you have done it by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you completed it.
Thank you.
Did you get pretty muddy?
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too. Just
no, but the girls that ran it last year that I've seen.
Sorry, I'm just looking at like my notes because I'm looking to see.
She's not paying attention. She's not fucking paying attention.
Talk,
the
mortal.
girls that done it last year that I've seen.
Yeah.
They didn't get that muddy. So I'm hoping that it's going to be really muddy. But I can't.
You want to get down and dirty?
I do.
Fair.
All the fucking time.
I would, to be fair.
Yeah, if I'm going to run a pretty muddy race, then I expect to get pretty muddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is in a couple of weeks. So fingers crossed it all goes well and the weather's nice. But if it's not, then it'll be even better.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining,
it'll be horrible, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah, just thought I'd fill you up on that.
I love that. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
That's okay. So I have a question for you, my darling.
My darling.
My darling.
You have a question?
I have a question.
Why are we going to questions?
Because we said we were going to do a question before we did the main segment to get us into the villain vibes, remember?
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So,
okay.
With today being our villain episode, I thought it would be really fun for us to write like a villain origin story for each other. So we've done that. But to get us in the villainous mood before we do that, I have a villain question for you.
Okay.
If you could pick any two villains, and they don't have to be Disney villains, I'll be honest, mine are. I mean, technically, one's a Disney villain, one's a god. But they've both been in villains in Disney.
Yeah.
If you could pick two Disney villains, or villains period, to be your parents, what villains would you pick?
Okay. From what you've already said, I know exactly.
You would know exactly who mine are anyway.
Yeah.
Because mine actually then came to life in Descendants. And I was
I
am Mal! Oh my god. So yeah, obviously if you haven't watched Descendants and me saying I am Mal, screaming it into the mic in fact. Hades and Maleficent would be my parents.
I could have said that.
They're like my favourite villains ever.
Okay, so we'd actually be half siblings then.
Okay.
Because my mum would be Maleficent, obviously.
Her.
I just love her. She is the best villain.
Yes.
Like, she is the best.
She is the best.
I was actually asked ChatGPT for the most iconic villain. Like, who is the most iconic villain? And do you know what they said?
Okay.
The Joker.
Kind of is in a weird way. My so I know we said we were going to do villain quotes today as well.
Yeah.
My villain quote is from the Joker.
Okay.
So I can understand that because obviously he is very, very well renowned. He's been put into like a lot of like in a lot of spaces as well. Obviously DC have just kind of done a lot with him, haven't they? Not only through Batman, but then like through his own like movies as well. He's very,
and
very
Harley
iconic.
Quinn and stuff. Yeah. But I just. Yeah, he's a villain.
But Maleficent's
Maleficent's a fucking dragon.
Yeah,
like,
she's that bitch.
Yeah, come on.
She is that bitch. Like the horns.
Yeah.
It makes me wish I could actually sprout horns.
In it. And
wings.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, I'm sorry, but
my hair is purple because of this bitch. The fuck. Like.
But yeah, so she would be my mum. I think my father.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm intrigued by this because this I would actually have no idea who you would pick.
There's one man in horror and villain life that I love.
Yeah.
But I would never want him to be my dad because he is grim. Which is Michael Myers.
Fun! Okay.
Like, he is just like...
I love him. I love the Halloween movies.
Yes.
Yeah, so
and
good.
like, he is just unstoppable. He's a beast.
He is an absolute beast.
But I just wouldn't want that to be my dad because I just couldn't like look at him.
Yeah, but think about it in the fact of like his traits, like that, because like that's like
yeah. So this is where I'm going. I need someone a bit more magical.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, but Maleficent's got all you need.
No, do you know who is?
Okay.
Kai Parker.
Yes! Yes, I see it. I see it with even down to the like.
He's mischievous.
How much he double crosses.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I hear that so heavy.
Like he's naughty.
Yeah, naughty.
Naughty. Like that's my dad.
Recently as well.
Oh, I need to watch it.
Well, like he's not in much of it.
Oh, isn't he?
He's just in a few episodes of it, like in relation to like the merge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, Kai Parker's Loki a smash as well.
Yeah,
such a smash.
Yeah, so like
I would let you manipulate me.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah.
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 In physique.
And like, I would be proud for him to be my dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously, if these people are my parents, then I'm a villain.
Yeah.
So like, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like the horror you could instill in people by being like, my mum is Maleficent and my dad is Kai
getting
Parker.
Picked up from school and my mum is like flying down with Kai on the back. and he's channeling her magic.
Well, he doesn't need to. He's a heretic.
Oh yeah, now he is.
He's a heretic.
Yeah.
And so your dad is a literal vampire.
Yeah. And a witch. And my mum is a dragon. I am a dragon vampire witch.
The tribrid is shaking in her boots. I hope
Yeah.
Michelson doesn't know she's born.
I hope Michelson is dead, bro.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
See, I think with me,
But then you're a dragon god.
I am a dragon demigod.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, no, you're not a demigod.
Yeah. Well, no, it is
because it's half human, half god.
Yeah,
you're half animal.
Yeah, but
you're a dragon.
That's a chimera in itself, isn't it? I'm just some chimera.
Supernatural be fucked.
I wish these things were real.
Same.
I wish. Do you know how much I wish on a daily basis that dragons are real?
Vampires.
Vampires. Oh, there'd be a vampire tomorrow. I'm so glad you're saying that as well right now.
I want vampires to be real.
I want to be one so bad.
So bad.
Like, it's
Wait for me to get to about 30 and then I'd be a vampire.
You wouldn't. Oh no, see, I would pick like 26 to be a vampire.
Okay.
I'd have my first kid. I'd make sure I'd have to have my first kid earlier than like planned in my human life. I hate saying that, my human life.
Yeah, have a child and then become a vampire, so then your legacy still lives on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when your daughter becomes a certain age, just kill her.
I could be like, well, I could give her the choice. I would give her the choice.
No.
No. I would be like, do you want to be immortal or do you
not? Your daughter cannot get older than you. You have to become like this vampire family.
But I'd gotta let her have a kid first then.
Yeah. Let her have a kid.
You must have a child because I want to turn you. Okay, for this next segment, I'm going to have to clip my mic to my thing because I'm going to be holding my iPad. Right. So, we have written villain origin stories for each other. I'm so excited, by the way, for this.
Oh, I feel like yours is going to be so much better than mine.
Why?
Because you took so much longer to do it. Like, you put so much more time into it.
You took like a week to write yours. I took like 3 days.
Yeah, but yours come like 1,000 words.
When unlike my first draft, I've had to cut it down to 600. That's the smallest I could cut it down to where I was actually still happy with it.
Okay, should we rock, paper, scissors?
Loser goes first.
Loser goes first. Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Loser goes first.
Okay. Okay, so here's my villain origin story about Katie. Okay, so the title of this story is called The Rise of Katerina.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom of golden halls, hollow smiles, there lived a girl who did not belong. Katie was louder than a lady should be, cleverer than a teacher could bear, and bolder than her world would allow. She spoke of magic, freedom, of love without borders, and power without permission, and for that they feared her. So they punished her, shamed her, tried to erase her. Until one night, with nothing left but the fire in her chest, she ran into the forest, into the storm, into the unknown. Beyond the Blackthorn Mountains, where light dared to wander, she found dusk with a hollow, a forgotten place where ancient magic slept, beneath the earth, and roses bloomed in shade of bruised violets. There she built the Thornspire, a tower of obsidian stone, crowned with purple roses and cloaked in silver mist.
I continue. I'm like picturing it because obviously, like, I have a very active imagination. I'm picturing this.
Yeah.
And I'm reading a book right now that is a Hades and Persephone retelling, and there's so much obsidian going on, and I'm like, oh my god, it's giving Underworld. Carry on.
The wind there whispered her name, not in fear, but in awe. And there, surrounded by grief and wild magic, the girl they once knew burned away. From the ashes, Katerina rose. She grew wings of dragon bone and breath of flame. Her fury was beauty, her pain was power, and her heart, though scarred, beat stronger than ever.
I want to be her. I want to be her so bad.
But she did not return alone. To watch the world that broke her, she breathed life into shadows.
I'm a shadow daddy too?
Vampires spun from spells and sorrows, hiding in plain sight, loyal, silent, and watching. And then, when the sky turned violet and the roses began to bleed, the kingdom looked up in terror. A figure circled the clouds, elegant, terrible, unstoppable. She landed in silence, cloaked in violet, crowned in thorns, eyes glowing like wild magic, and as the people trembled beneath her wings, she smiled. You feared what I could become, but now fear what I am. With every step she took, roses bloomed. With every breath, the wind sang her name. Not a villain, not a monster, a queen made of fire, sorrow, and vengeance. The girl they tried to silence, who returned as legend, Katerina, the dragon of Duskwither, the queen of thorns, the end of everyone's fairy
I'm
tale.
so sad because I can't be that. I want to be that so bad. Oh my god. Lewis, that was incredible. What do you mean? We've both gone different routes, I feel. Because, like, not that it matters, obviously. We've both
Yeah.
gone, it's quite interesting, actually, how we both kind of gone different routes. I can't believe that's only 400 words, by the way.
Really?
That felt, that felt so much.
Yeah, well, it was so much more, and I tried to cram it down. Like before I crammed it all down, I had like a high school that you went to,
Yeah.
and like you would like walk the hall. Like I literally went like in depth,
In
like
depth.
to your school and like your parents and like your village you lived in and everything that happened. And then I thought, no, I need to just cram it down and like
Because
sum it up,
otherwise, this pod
basically.
would be like 2 hours long.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I loved that. I loved every bit of it. You captured me like so well. Because even bringing down to the fact that like you, if she didn't create that of herself, Hades and Persephone would not Persephone, Hades and Maleficent would have been her parents.
yeah.
Like she is who I want to be. If magic was real, if any of this could be actually humanly possible, she is me. That was amazing. Like,
You're welcome. I'm glad you
it
like.
makes me want to know more. Did you enjoy writing this?
I did. It was so
This
fun.
was so fun for me. Oh my god, no, I love it so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You did me so much justice. Your one. Vengeance with a smile, the light that bit back is the name of yours.
Okay.
So, once upon a time, there was a boy named Lewis who shone brighter than the morning sun. He was clean, gentle, and kind, moving through life with the grace of someone born to bring peace to chaos. His days were quiet, folded into soft routines, and his presence made people feel safe, as if nothing in the world could ever go wrong while he was near. With his blue-green eyes that sparkled like fresh spring water and his voice, calm and warm, carried promise of comfort. Everyone adored Lewis, and everyone took from him. They came with smiles and empty hands again and again, draining him of time, care, and trust, never giving anything in return. He bore it all with steady grace, his light dimming ever so slightly with each passing season. But light, when stolen piece by piece, begins to wither. What they never saw, what none of them cared to look for, were the cracks forming beneath the surface.
I'm so sorry, but those seagulls are fucking. They're having sex.
Oh my god.
If you guys can hear the seagulls, they are literally moaning, like they are having sex. Are they having sex?
I don't know if they are. I mean, it would make sense, but he's like, I want him to shut up.
She's like allowing it.
Like, yeah, I would imagine it's consensual. Can you chase him off?
Shut it, Shanice.
Seagull cock block. On the night the world took too much, Lewis, still holding on to a thread of hope, sought comfort in the arms of the one person he believed would never hurt him. But that hope was the final thing stolen, not by a blade, but by a kiss laced with venom. The bite came quietly, disguised in tenderness, and with it the last beat of his once gentle heart. They didn't mean to save him. They meant to use him, like all the others, hungry for his beauty, his loyalty, and his pain. From the ashes of the kind-hearted boy rose something hauntingly graceful and impossibly dark, a creature of quiet ruin, carved in marble and crowned in moonlight, whose eyes now glowed with the fire of forgotten justice. Where others thirsted for blood, Lewis longed for reckoning. No longer a boy who gave too much, he became something else entirely, a shadow in silk, gliding through the night with vengeance tucked sweetly behind his smile. He began with the one who turned him, the final betrayal. The bite didn't curse him, it revealed the strength within him. Now he sought only those who took without giving, who drained others with smiles and empty hands. But Lewis wasn't cruel, he was a teacher, offering lessons that were slow and deliberate, designed to open their eyes to their own darkness. With a smile that could melt hearts and kindness that seemed endless, he lured them in, became their everything they dreamed of, warm, safe, and wonderful. When they finally trusted him completely, he brought them to his magical home, hidden behind ivy and iron gates, where sunlight danced through sheer curtains and air filled with sweet scent of lavender. Lewis kept them not in chains, but in soft rooms filled with light and a simple art. They lived, but only just. With every passing day, he drained them, not of blood alone, but of their will, their pride, and their denial. Each word he spoke was like a mirror, showing them the truth of who they truly were. And when they saw it, they broke. They didn't He didn't punish them. He taught them, slowly and intimately, with tenderness that made their pain all the more unbearable. As their screams echoed behind thick walls and delicate curtains of silk, no one came. The house looked too perfect, too peaceful, too full of light to harbour such darkness. But the darkness bloomed all the same, hidden beneath the surface until it rotted everything away. And when their final breath came, ragged and small, Lewis leaned in close, his eyes cold and his smile faint, haunting ghost. His voice, sweet as honey and sharp as glass, whispered to their fading minds, sealing their fate forever. You don't get to die clean, not after staining me. You should have thought twice before feeding on the light. Then came the silence, and just before the darkness took them, the last thing they heard was the click of his footsteps, steady and elegant, headed towards the next name on the list. He was no longer the boy they broke. He is the reckoning, the shadow in silk, the vengeance with a smile.
Wow, I love it. I had like goosebumps while you were saying it.
Really?
Yeah.
This was so fun. We need to do this so much more. I just loved it so much. Like, I had way more of a description for like your house.
Yeah.
Way more of a description. I was like, okay, we need plants, we need minimalism, we need beiges, we need everything, like all of this and shit. And like, yeah, and I went down, like, I love how you went down the road, like actual, like we both went down routes of like our actual lives.
Yeah.
Like, I was always too much for everyone, and you kind of went with that. And I've obviously noticed, having been in your life for a very long time, that people like to take advantage of you. So I was like, okay, he's had enough. And
yeah, I like that. Yeah. I related to it. It was nice. Yeah.
Good. And I feel like as you've done with mine as well, I was like, you know, if either of us were to become villains, these would be it. Like, you would be a vampire who would like be like lure everyone in and be like,
yeah,
come to my house.
This is wrong. What you're doing is wrong.
Yeah. Especially because like you like are a teacher too. Like, look at him being a teacher.
A vampire teacher.
A vampire teacher.
Who tortures you. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I love this.
That
I love this so
fun.
much. I feel like,
and like in the land of fairy tale, it's like my house is like the secret garden, and you're like up in the mountains.
Yes.
And like
we can, because I think what we do maybe is we do almost think of it as like chapters.
Yeah.
So obviously these are like our blurbs.
Yeah.
So I think we could do
like the touch of and go back and forth until we meet.
Yeah. Look at you paying attention to my storybooks. Look at you. We do maybe like a chapter of like before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do like a maximum word count as well. What should each one be?
It's like 1,000 words, is it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
It's like
to give it justice. Yeah. Okay. So I think we do this. Fuck it. Fuck what everybody says. We need to do this for us.
Yeah,
and
we
people
enjoy
who like
this.
it will like it. Yeah.
And if we get it published, you can buy it.
Fun! Like a short story. Yeah, fun. Yeah. So
this was something we'll do before I go to Australia.
Yeah.
Like I want it in hard copy and I'll take it.
Sick.
Yeah, and we can write like a little like
about the author.
No, like we can like write like to Katie and I'll write to
her. We can give it to each other, and we can like get like we can make like a cover for it and everything. Yeah. We could almost make it like a graphic novel in a way, so that there's like pictures and stuff too. Yeah. Okay. I love this. We've just run with this. This is going to happen. This is what we're doing. Oh my god, yes. And the fact that now it's all been filmed, we have to stick to it.
Yeah.
We are the Klaus of New Orleans. I love how it's just always Vampire Diaries references. Like, if you haven't seen the Vampire Diaries, nobody's gonna understand what we're on about.
Sorry, but the Vampire Diaries like
Is us
brought us so much stronger.
literally like when we were. I'll never forget when season 8 came out on Netflix, and we sat in my room all day with the blinds shut.
Yeah, I remember that on the floor.
On the floor with popcorn, just watching it the whole day. And didn't
Yeah.
we do that for one of the original seasons as well? I think.
I think so. We did it for a lot because
Yeah.
we started watching it. Well, you started watching it before I did. You showed me it.
It was a
Remember?
similar thing with Shadowhunters as well. I remember them when we dressed up as Shadowhunters for Halloween.
Yeah.
I'd still do that again in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So normally we would go to questions and quotes from like inspirational quotes that we've seen or heard over the last few weeks, or like questions we want to ask each other, just random questions. But this time we thought we would rein it in on more villanesque questions and quotes. So Katie did give me her question earlier in regards to like the parents and stuff. So I do have a few quotes that I have accumulated. And
Like villain quotes that you like.
Like villain quotes that I like.
Yeah.
From different TV programs.
I like went with my quote and stuff. Like I didn't necessarily. I just thought of one that like kind of stuck with me when I heard it for the first time watching Batman, because mine's from the Joker.
Yeah.
But there is like quotes and stuff that I do love. It's just like it's not necessarily a quote of something per se.
Yeah.
It's just like for example, I love the dialogue in the Hercules movie. We all know Hercules is one of my favorite Disney films.
Yeah.
And where Meg is talking about Hercules and about like, oh, he's different and he's like this and he's so nice and he's so thoughtful, and Hades is like, oh, come on, he's a guy. Like, but that's not exactly a bit of dialogue I'm gonna put as like a quote. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many like different Hades quotes and stuff and that like in that movie that I love, but they don't necessarily fit the brief of like a quote for the week.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just went with one that like kind of stuck with me as and when I watched Batman. I can't remember which Batman it was from. And yeah, it just stuck with me.
Okay, nice. So I've got some from like just research perspectives, but I've watched
them anyway.
The character say it. I just didn't realize how much I like what they said at the time.
I get you.
So my first one is, and I kind of like these. So now after like reading them again, after you've read me your story and after I've read you mine, I kind of like these more now.
Okay.
And I think maybe like
do you know what? I actually, yeah, no, I definitely get you. Yeah.
Okay, so my first one, if any of you have watched Once Upon a Time.
Yes.
So my favourite villain in Once Upon a Time is Regina.
Of course. Regina is the reason why I have always in my life been so desperate to like reach into somebody's chest, rip out their heart and crumble it into ash. Like, yes, I love her. Do you know what? Actually, this was a hear me out as well, but it's not necessarily a hear me out because he is gorgeous. And we're going to do like villain hear me out stuff because we've been talking about it. But just as you were on the topic of Once Upon a Time, two things came to my brain the other day because I saw a like an edit of Huck from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yes.
One, Killian is a smash. He's a fat hear me out, but it's not even a hear me out because he's a smash. And two, like me loving like enemies to lovers and like forbidden lovers like books. I think that's where it started.
Yeah.
It's with like Killian and Emma Swan.
And then she becomes the darkness, and then he becomes the darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just great.
Isn't it just like the Dark Swan or something like that? I think I need to rewatch Once Upon a Time.
Same. It's fab. I fucking love it.
So good. I remember like watching it as well when it first came out. And
stuff. On TV like, before it comes to Netflix.
On Channel 4. Yeah. With my mum. Yeah. Just like, oh my god. Yes, such a good fucking show, man.
It is a good show. Anyway, off on a complete
tangent. But I mean, Once Upon a Time deserved it, to be fair. Continue.
So, my quote from Regina is, evil isn't born, it's made.
Yeah.
And I feel like in
both our stories,
we were made to be evil.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
By those around us.
Yes.
Being fucking wankers. Literally. You can reel yours off if you want.
So, I've got another one by Kylo Ren. I'm not sure who that is, but I like what he says. So this is more research purposes. This was
more like you researched villain quotes.
Yeah.
Why didn't you research where it was from then? Oh, Star Wars. I'm going to Scooby Doo. Emma would be loving the fact that you've mentioned Star Wars. She loves Star Wars, don't she?
Pick up.
Yeah.
Emma, this is for you.
Emma, this is for you.
So,
Oh, and she watches these as well. Emma, this is for you.
let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become who you're meant to be.
Okay.
I like that. Like, personally.
Say it again for me, please. Let me shut my eyes and really get into it.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become who you're meant to be.
Yeah. With that in mind, have you got like a list of people you would kill if like the purge was a thing?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have
and
as
I
well.
can't name any of them.
No, well, obviously not.
You
But
all
like,
know who you are.
what's the first thing you would do if there was a purge? Like, so off topic, but now I have to ask: what's the first thing you would do if there was a purge?
Fuck. Good question, because I actually don't know how many people in my street or in the villages near me would actually go nuts and start killing people.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to like. This is me being really mean, like really nice now and not mean at all. I'd have to like get my grandparents to a safe space first.
Fair. I think if the purge happened here, because obviously, like, I live here, so it would be here.
Yeah.
The first thing that would happen was like, is all the students would just start robbing everywhere of alcohol. Like, I genuinely
Yeah.
believe that.
Well, yeah, I think that's what would happen. Like people would start robbing things, and people would start like
Looting and
beating
stuff.
people with stuff.
Sticks and shit.
Yeah, like bats.
Just riots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be horrible, wouldn't it?
All the drug dealers would start going after people who owe them money.
Literally.
Literally.
So have you got one?
I do. So mine is from the Joker. I can't remember which movie it came from, but it is from the Joker. And it does kind of fit in nicely to what we've touched on as well, especially with, shit friends in relation to your story and stuff. And it says, no one is ever really busy, and it all depends on where you are on their priority list.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
I liked it because it is just a straight fact.
Yeah.
Because if like it comes back to like, if people wanted to make the time, they really would.
Yeah, that sticks in my head.
And like that's why like it kind of stuck with me, because it's like, oh yeah, like so facts.
I have another one.
Okay.
And this one's from Damon Salvatore.
Daddy?
If you're gonna be bad with a purpose. Otherwise it's not worth forgiving.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So fast.
Facts. Facts. There's so many Damon Salvatore quotes I could have just spun off though, but none of them are like villainous.
Yeah. And I love the argument between Elena and Damon. Because I love you!
Bruv, I generally think like sometimes like when like I put the Vampire Diaries on, I'm like walking around the house like with it on in the background and I'm just talking it. I'm just reading off the dialogue.
Really? Oh, I can't do that.
Freaking I wish vampires were real.
I wish vampires
Take a shot
were
every
real.
time we wished magic, vampires or dragons were real during this episode, honestly.
Can there be some alternate universe that just allows like magic?
Like a prison world?
Can like Doctor Strangelove like a
Strange glove, you mean that's Smushy Monsters.
You know what?
Doctor Strange
Oh my god,
Monsters!
Doctor Strangelove was my number one nightmare. Like I used to have like nightmares and like I was so terrified of him. So bad.
Really?
Yeah, he was my number one, like I don't know, what would it be?
Like fear, nightmare, phobia.
Yeah.
Like
He was my number one fear. I was terrified of him as a kid. The eyes at the top of the head.
coming out the hat.
The hat. Like the hat would be on
I
his
love
head.
how you mixed him up with Doctor Strange. I'm weak. I am weak.
But Doctor Strange, I just want Doctor Strange to like
Suck us into a multiverse.
a multiverse, like blend them all together and allow it.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like obviously, be it having like used to practice like Wicca and stuff. Like technically, magic exists. It's just not how it's depicted, and that's really sad. But like, it does technically exist. It's just really strong manifestation. We won't go into that chat.
Okay.
But it does exist. Like I've manifested things for myself before, which is considered like magic, and magic is actually spelled with a CK in Wicca.
Is it magic?
Yeah, magic. Why do I feel like we end up doing that every episode of these ones? Every episode of these ones.
Okay, so what's your hear me out then?
I have one primary one, and they're from the same family. but they like one of them's a villain
Oh.
throughout.
Eiffel Tower?
No, they're father and son.
That's hot.
It's hot. To be fit, the fact that it's taboo makes it fitter. I don't take it back. Um, but one of them, like, he's a villain. He's like considered a villain to begin with, just because of who his dad is.
Oh,
But
and then he
he's,
becomes
but he's like
good.
actually like sound.
Soft.
Scar and Kovu from The Lion King. Scar is such a hear me out. Like,
The animated lion.
that's why I said it was weird to you earlier. Because that's why I said to you, I was like, my hear me out is weird, but like, hear me out, okay?
Just like
Scar.
Venom.
Maybe I've got a thing for
The
things.
animation. Do you watch animation porn?
No, I actually don't. Well, I mean, it kind of explains why I used to have a big crush on Tadashi from Big Hero 6 too. The brother that died in the first like 10 minutes. Yeah. I used to have a big crush on Tadashi. I remember when I went to go and see Big Hero 6 actually with Lois,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, he's funny. Like, we were like 12.
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, I know. But yeah, no. Scar is my hear me out. I just like, I don't know, I think it's, oh, this is gonna sound horrific. You know, in the scene where I think it's Mufasa goes to speak to him in the first movie, like in the animation, the original animation, and he's playing with the mouse and he's like letting it run away and then he's catching it. He's catching it. I'm just like, play with your dinner, right? Don't you? Like, oh, woof, like roar, literally roar, like
Rah, rah, rah,
it's
rah, rah,
given
rah,
like
rah.
it's given like if I catch you, I'm just like.
Tease me.
Yeah, in it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to play with your food, daddy? Like, fuck.
So my hear me out. I've got one, obviously. Lucifer. Lucifer?
Lucifer Morningstar
Fuck. Lucifer Morningstar
from Lucifer.
from Lucifer. Obviously, he is daddy. He is gorgeous, but like
Yeah.
with his wings.
With his wings.
Yeah.
With his wings.
Maybe in his actual form.
Yeah, like with the
The
bird.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the
That's hot.
eyes. That was hot.
But then my second one, who is my number one. Like obviously Lucifer is like
Ugh.
oh
Yeah.
just fuck
Yeah.
gorgeous, tall, dark and handsome, literally.
Yeah.
And that accent is just
Who was your number one? Hear me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Billy Loomis is?
No, I don't.
Get
Can
him.
we get me a picture? Like, tell me about him, and because sometimes the
You
hear me out
are
is more.
gonna love him.
Sometimes it's more about the attitude than it is how they look too.
Okay.
So, tell me about him.
He terrorized the town,
Okay,
killed loads of people
I love a murderer.
just for a film.
Wow.
He is Scream. He is the Scream mask. It's him, Billy Loomis.
So can you see the hearts shaping into my eyes? Like, how did I know this? Which Scream movie is this in?
The first. He is the original.
How did I miss this?
I don't know.
I've seen them all. How
You've
did I
seen them
miss
all.
this?
The one with
Yeah.
Jenny Ortega in as well.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
The newest one, the 2023
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. No.
Oh, that's the remake.
Okay.
So he's not actually in that. But he's like haunting the sister. Scream is the best. Halloween and Scream are my favourite films.
Saw up there
Oh,
with mine.
I don't like that one.
I'd
That
let.
actually gives me the creeps.
Really? I
Yeah.
love gore.
Just 'cause
Don't
I don't like gore. I like
thrillers.
yeah, and I like well no, I do like gore because Halloween is very gory,
Gory.
and so is Scream.
Yeah. I
But
love gore.
I don't like chainsaw, and like a little doll,
Yeah, I'm not really an Annabelle girl.
no, I like a murderer,
Yeah.
like a big murderer that's gonna like chase you down the street with a knife and get you,
Freddy
pull
Krueger?
your hair and stab you.
Freddy Krueger?
Oh, I don't know what his face looks like. Is he fair?
Oh, a Mengin.
Oh.
It's Freddy Krueger, love. It's Nightmare on Elm Street. You seen that movie?
Oh, I've not seen that. We'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Can you not get Billy Loomis?
It's not long time. Yeah, no, I think I know who you're on about. It's been so fucking long since I've seen any of the original Screams. I'll be so real with you. That's so cute. They have dominoes to go out on their little rowboat.
That is really cute. But Billy Loomis is fit, like younger itself.
So obviously the fucking mics died, didn't they?
Everything that could go wrong today
Has gone wrong.
has gone wrong.
Has gone wrong. Literally everything.
But that's okay because we're not gonna kick up a fuss. We're just gonna carry on without mics.
Yeah. And if I become a villain on the internet, then just know this is why. No, like, to be fair, if like the only little bit of footage we lost because of the mics dying was like literally us just filming this. So like
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes of footage
we've
just
got
lost.
lucky there. So we've had to switch back on to say bye bye.
Yeah, so we're going now.
Yeah, please do like and subscribe and listen on Spotify and things and all of that bollocks because we are trying to take over the world.
Take over the internet. Yeah, we are.
No, the world, love.
Oh, the world. Yeah. Yeah, and that. Internet first. Little steps. Internet, then the world.
Go big or go home, I say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify.
Let us
like
know.
this.
Let us know your... Sorry, love, I probably cut you off then.
You did. It was rude as fuck.
Let us know your villain, hear me out. Comment them if you like, you know, if you fancy. But like, if not, just DM us in it. Like, if they're a bit controversial, like, do
Just
that.
DM us in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping it real, babe.
Go.
But yeah, comment below your favourite villain. And we shall see you in 2 weeks.
Question, actually. I have a
Okay, we
question.
won't.
I didn't understand that.
Fuck off.
Who would you have as your villain parents if you could be? No, to them. Not to you, bastard. I asked you already.
I was going to say, you've already asked me that.
No, to them.
Oh.
To you. To me, to you.
This is just chaos. This is just a chaos piece of...
It's because we're all out of sync now. We don't know what we're doing. So it's just... Let's just say goodbye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.